We are currently only 10 days away from Season 1 officially starting in Diablo 4. In today's video, let's go over everything that you need to do right now to prepare. Now, the first thing on this list is finishing the Diablo 4 campaign. The developers have mentioned already a few times that in order for you to unlock the Malignant Season 1, even on the seasonal realm, you're going to have to make sure you finish the Diablo 4 storyline. So you want to make sure that that is your main focus above all else, is at least finishing that story. Additionally, about halfway through, I would say the start of Act 4, you actually unlock your mount. So once again, when you do create a fresh, seasonal character, you want to make sure that you have access to your mount immediately and you have finished the storyline, so then that way you can take advantage of the malignant monsters and content in Season 1. Not only that, by completing the campaign prior to Season 1 launching, your character will also get the ability to skip the campaign, which then gets you further into the action sooner for the Malignant Season 1. I've seen a lot of players just focus the storyline up until they get their mount, and then they have purely just left it alone and is grinding all the other types of content. And I will say that typically that would be okay and you can play the game how you want to, but if you are looking forward to that seasonal content, you got to make sure you have it fully completed before the malignant content does start to show its face, even on a fresh new seasonal character. Now, the second important thing, it brings us to finding the altars of Lilith. These altar of Liliths are pretty much scattered throughout entire sanctuary. All the different zones and regions will have a certain number of them, and you can check them by opening up your map, and if you're on a keyboard, hitting the W key, it will pull up your challenges for each individual region, and you can go through and see how many statues of Lilith that you've already discovered. Furthermore, if you are looking to track down these altars of Lilith, you can utilize a website, something like called d4planner.io. This one does have an interactive map that you can hide everything else but just show the altars of Lilith, making it very easy for you to start grinding them out before Season 1 officially arrives. There is a grand total of 160 altars of Lilith to find and activate, and doing so will grant you a lot of really good stuff. Things like your inventory upgrades, bonus attribute points, skill points, you've got gold, XP bonuses, and much more. So you definitely do not want to miss out on those. Additionally, here, the altars of Lilith will be carrying over to your level 1 seasonal character. So by clearing it now and taking advantage of the time you have prior to Season 1 will save you time and get you right into the new seasonal content as soon as the season does officially launch by having these already done. And as you are running around trying to collect every single statue of Lilith to max out at all of them 160, you might as well focus on clearing out all of the areas that you have yet uncovered when it comes to the Fog of War, which essentially is just clearing your entire map. When you click M on your map, you will see some areas are clouded and covered, and you need to uncover those. Once again, if you hit W on your key when you are looking at the map in the game, it will bring up your challenges, and you can see down here at the bottom right, we have the Fog of War, or areas discovered. You want to make sure that you are discovering all of those as you possibly can, as the more that you have, the more renown will be rewarded to your seasonal character as soon as you officially create them and Season 1 does start. And what I mean by renown actually carrying over for your seasonal character, that means rewards like extra skill points, paragon points, maximum capacity increases for your potions and your obols, and much more. So you absolutely do not want to miss out on at least clearing every single area while you're taking advantage of getting all of your statues of Lilith. Additionally, you do want to make sure that you are clearing and picking up every single waypoint that is available in the game, because you also, for your starting off seasonal character, will be able to utilize those waypoints and see them on the map and start teleporting right away. And now, last but not least, when it comes to preparing for Season 1, that brings us to the important date of July 18th. It's important for a couple of reasons. One, that's going to be the official date for the patch for everything Season 1. However, it doesn't go live or activate until July 20th, so you can start downloading it officially 2 days earlier. It's important just for that alone, but why it's actually even more important is that the developers did mention in the most recent live stream that they do advise every single player to log into all of their characters at least once after July 18th. All you got to do is log in. What it's going to do then is then write back all of your progress into like the server or the cloud, whatever you want to call it, and then that way all of that progress is, combined and then carried over into Season 1. So if you are a player that has maybe, some altars of Lilith, on your rogue, or some altar of Lilith discovered on your barbarian or your main account, or your hardcore, whatever, you want to make sure you're logging into each one of them, because all of it will be saved and combined for your seasonal character to unlock at level 1. Additionally, it is important to note here that they did talk about that if your hardcore character has actually died prior to Season 1, well, unfortunately, that progress progress is not saved, and you cannot log back onto that character to rewrite that progress. So between now and then, you got officially 10 days to grind out as much as you possibly can in hopes to carry that over into Season 1. And that's going to wrap up our video for today, guys. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe here on the channel for everything Diablo 4, and I will see you guys in Sanctuary.